guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today we are back with another modern small build. I don't know, I've been in like a modern kick lately. I don't think I'm the best at this particular design, but I want to improve, so I thought the best way to do that is to go ahead and continue building in that style. So that's what we're doing today. Like I said, it's a very small build because big builds make me really stressed. I do want to do some more big builds on the channel. I'm probably going to have to do them a little bit more ahead of time than I do some of these smaller builds. So if there's anything you guys want to see in particular as far as big builds go, or any builds in general, please pop those in the comment section down below, and I can add those to my to-do list, I suppose, because I'm loving building so much at the moment. It's a majority of what I do in the game, which is why you're seeing more than one build a week. Most of the time it's like room builds in addition to a speed build, but it really depends on what I have time for, because if I have more time, I do more builds because I love them so much. But this is the basic shape of the house. We changed it a little bit so that section that's popping out in the front is actually 3 tiles wide instead of 2. But it's overall that shape. It's a little crammed on the bottom floor because it is supposed to be a very tiny home. I was trying to kind of go with the tiny home feel for this, and we went through a bunch of different colors, and it ends up being very white and black and brown and gray, because I have a problem lately of just wanting neutral everything, like not even adding color anywhere. I don't know why. It's just kind of what I've been enjoying, my own personal preference lately. And I do want to get away from that a little bit, so I'll probably be trying to do some different styles and color schemes in the upcoming builds after this. Like I said, anything you want in particular, please let me know. But I want to get a little bit farther away from my own personal preference and just try and experiment a little bit more with different styles. So I'm really excited about that. This has 2 decks that are not accessible. One of them right now has a door, but we end up getting rid of that in the end. I just thought for aesthetics it looked nice to have those little decks, but it didn't make sense to have them accessible because the one on the side of the house ends up being a bathroom, and the one in the front of the house is just too small, and it's a bedroom, and I didn't really want a door there, so I ended up getting rid of it in the end, but I think it came out all right. This is not the final color scheme, but I mean, we're getting kind of closer. I think we keep that brown there, but we change the beiges to, one's a black and one's a white. So very stark colors. Like I said, I've been really digging that style lately. So that's what we ended up doing. But I don't know, I really like how this came out. I feel like it's very similar to so many of my other houses, though, like I said, because of my current preference for like just very simple color schemes, which is interesting because I'm not sure if that carries through to my real life. I mean, if I could design my own house, it might. It'd probably be a lot of like grays, just gray everything, kind of like my wardrobe and my bedspread and my sheets and like everything that I own, because I really like gray. But probably some pretty simple colors with just like pops of color here and there, but this barely even has pops of color. It's mostly just plants, which I guess is just like pops of green, which I don't know. I don't think I'd have a bunch of plants in my personal life either, because I'd probably kill them all, because I don't think I have too much of a green thumb. But you never know. But anyway, we're adding some more windows here and there to try and fill it out a little bit. One of these days, I say this all the time, but one of these days I want to try and build a house by building the rooms first and placing them together, because I think that'd be interesting, and then trying to make the outside of the house look okay, because I always make the outside and then just kind of have to force the floor plan to work, and it's sometimes quite a struggle. So I think it'd be fun to try and do it a different way. Upstairs we end up having a bedroom, a bathroom, and like a hallway like study nook that has a computer desk and a bookcase and all that kind of stuff in it. It's just kind of open concept. And on the bottom floor we have a very small, very, very small kitchen, and a bathroom, and a tiny living room. The bottom floor is much smaller than the top floor, just because of the way the house is built. It's, I feel like it's not normally like that the bottom floor is smaller. But I guess that happens a lot in like modern style houses, at least the ones I've built. So that's how that happened. We have some pretty simple landscaping out here. We should be grabbing some sidewalk to lead you up to the house here. There it is, right there. Cool. So we should be working on the inside now. I have white floorboards throughout the place because I thought that looked pretty nice. And I usually use brown, and I was trying to stick with a pretty strict like black and white color scheme with the occasional like gray. So I didn't want brown floorboards, so we went with white ones this time. This is a really tiny kitchen we're about to work on. It actually gets closed off with glass walls. It's just walls with the windows through them that we used on the rest of the house. But I think it looked pretty okay in the end. Because it was too closed off to just close it off. But if I put the windows there, you can see in there. And so I thought that looked nice, and it was something different I haven't done in a while. I think I've done it before, but it's definitely been a while. So I'm pretty happy with how that came out. There's not too many extra accessories in there hanging on the walls because it was such a small space. I didn't think that it needed that. And then went downstairs. This is the whole living space we have. It is so tiny. So it was a little bit difficult trying to figure out how I wanted to fill in the space. And what we ended up doing is having these 2 bookcases, and then I put 2 of these little tables in between, and we put a flat screen TV between them. And added a bunch of shelves and clutter everywhere, and I think it looked pretty nice in the end. Pretty happy with it. It's fairly basic, but it got the point across. Actually, I don't remember if we put anything on those shelves. Did we? Oh, yeah, we did. Okay. I was like, I filled up the bookcases, but I couldn't remember if I actually filled up the actual shelves, but I did. Good on me. But we put a bunch of stuff in these bookshelves to make them a little bit more full. And make the place look lived in. And I wanted just to put tons of storage because I feel like I do that a lot, and it makes more sense in tiny homes that they have a lot of built-in storage or excessive amounts of like bookcases and like closets and stuff. Because it's such a small amount of space, you need lots of storage space, I suppose, like compact storage space. If you don't have room for various, like the kitchen's really small, so there's like ends up being a lot of cabinets in the hallway by the steps. I figured that could be a place to keep a lot of your food storage for the kitchen, since it's such a compact home. We add this little console table behind the couch with a little plant on it. Put a bunch of plants in here. That's pretty Tanya thing to do. I just constantly do that. Here's that storage I was talking about. Lots of cabinets to go and keep some of your food in, maybe some of your dishes and stuff. Of course, added in the little shower in here. Have a very basic bathroom. I think both of them are very basic, but they're very small rooms, and I just got what you needed for this to be a functional bathroom. So nothing too crazy in here. Just got some nice black and white, what are they called? Appliances. Is that it? No, plumbing? Something like that. But here we're doing the second bathroom. Once again, went with the black and white color scheme. Have a nice little plant in there to add a little bit of color. Have a large curtain in here blocking off that window because, I mean, it's a pretty big window to be coming into a bathroom. And a couple of paintings on the wall. Very, very simple. And then here we are into the bedroom, which also ends up with a very simple color scheme. The whole place does, really. I tried it? Is that a word? I tried to add a pop of color in here. At one point we had some bright yellow and blues going, but I didn't really like it in the end, so we ended up with this green color, which I think looks really nice. I think that's what we ended up with. Unless I didn't try the blue yet. Yeah, I didn't try the blue yet. Well, we're about to try the blue, and I'm gonna be like, oh, this is interesting, but then it didn't match the rest of the house, and that bothered me. Not that bedrooms always have to match, like, the way the rest of the house looks, but I don't know, it bothered me a little bit that it was, like, so different than the rest, so we ended up going with gray in here, which I think looked really cute in the end. We have the gray, and we have some yellow. I tried to add a pop of yellow in there. I don't think I kept that carpet like that, though. I think I made it white, just because it was a little bit more neutral, I suppose. I added this bar up here to make those curtains look nice over the mirror. I thought that looked cute. And here we are adding the little desk and bookcase in the hallway to kind of have a study nook at the top of the steps. I always think that's a nice addition to homes. If you don't have room for an actual study, I think top of the steps is like one of my favorite places to put studies. Of course, you can always put them in a living room, but this had a very small living room, so we did what we could. We added this cute little wall clock out here as well, and now we're outside doing some minimal landscaping. We don't actually do too much with this house, but I think it came out pretty okay in the end. Anyway, we should be coming to the end of the video here shortly. If you guys would like to download this house, you can do so right now by searching Griffy or the hashtag MsGryphi on the Sims 4 gallery, and it should come up right away for you, as I think Modern Geometry is the title of it. So just doing a couple of finishing touches here, and there will be screenshots at the end, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And as always, if you guys like this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I would really appreciate that. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.